Welcome, writers, to the Buffalo Writers Co-op Digital Workshop. If you just came from our short video, you know exactly what we're doing. We're going into dive. We're going to dive into today the compelling golden rule of writing: show, don't tell. So, what does it really mean? Telling is when you, the author, simply state the facts, feeling, or conclusion. He was angry. The room was scary. She was a kind person. You're asking the reader to just believe you. Showing is when you immerse the reader in the scene. You use sensory details, actions, and dialogue to paint a picture, letting the reader experience the moment and come to their own conclusions instead of he was angry. You write, he balled his fist, his knuckles white, and spoke through gritted teeth. The reader sees the anger without you even using the word. This is the single most important shift you can make in your writing. Why? Because telling is passive, showing is active. It builds trust. You're trusting the reader to be smart enough to understand the scene. It creates immersion. The reader feels like they are in the room, not just being told about it. It creates empathy. We don't connect with the word sad, we connect with the image of a character's shoulders slump or a tear tracing a path down their cheek. You're making the reader feel what the character feels. So, how do we do it? You use 5 tools. That's it. Sensory details, that's sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touch. The kitchen was dirty, would be telling, right? The countertop was sticky with dried syrup, and the faint smell of sour milk clung to the air. Crumbs scattered across the floor, crunching underfoot. The second is actions and body language. She was nervous, would be telling. Showing would be her fingers traced the rim of her coffee cup over and over while her gaze darted to the clock every few seconds. The third tool is dialogue. He told her he was upset. I can't believe, well, first of all, he told her he was upset, was telling. Showing would be, I can't believe you did that, he shouted, his voice cracking. Everything, after everything we've discussed. The fourth tool is specific nouns and verbs. Telling would be, he walked away. Showing would be, he strolled across the room, or he dashed through the crowd. Strong verbs do the heavy lifting. Watch out for these telling words. They're flags that you need to revise. Felt, was, knew, thought, realized. He felt a sudden fear. That would be telling. Showing would be cold dread seized his gut, and the hair on his arms stood on end. To be verbs is, was, were, are. Telling is the sky was beautiful. Showing is the sky ablaze with hues of fiery orange and soft lavender. Adverbs. Words ending in ly, like angrily, sadly, quickly. Telling would be she spoke angrily. Showing would be she slammed her fist on the table. Now, is telling always bad? No, it's not. It's a tool, just like showing. You should tell when summarizing time. They spent they spent the next 5 years training. You don't want to show all of 5 years. When you want to work on your pacing to move quickly between important scenes, giving background, he was a man who had never known kindness. If you tried to show that, you would have to show his whole life. The key is to be intentional. Don't tell because you're lazy. Tell because it's the most effective way to get to the next showing scene. So that's the core concept. Telling gives the reader information, showing gives them an experience. Your homework is to open your current project, find one paragraph of telling, and rewrite it to show us what happened. But if you really want to master this, reading about it isn't enough. You need to practice. That's why we've built, or excuse me, we will be building an interactive Moodle course with multiple choice, with feedback with the answers, and then there will be a discussion room, and then also come out to the Buffalo Writers Co-op meetings the last half hour from 11:30 to 12, our creativity workshops. We meet the third Friday of every month at the Crane Branch Library in the Elmwood Room upstairs. Watch for the links in the descriptions. We'll link everything up for you. Thank you.